My only issue with Jimmy Kimmel and this whole brouhaha he finds himself inflamed with.
Man. So in today's video, we got to talk about Stephen A. Smith, man. Stephen A. Smith has found himself in hot water again, especially over some stuff that he has said about Jimmy Kimmel, man. And I would like to highlight that and break everything down in today's video. So I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys already know the news about Jimmy Kimmel's show being cut. And definitely after he had made some comments about Trump, MAGA, and apparently they was just saying his words were insensitive to the Charlie Kirk situation. As you guys can see in the article right here, pretty much saying that Disney's ABC cut Jimmy Kimmel's show indefinitely after his insensitive comments to Trump, MAGA, and Charlie Kirk situation. And as you can see right here, guys, Disney's ABC pulling Jimmy Kimmel's late night talk show off the air indefinitely. Not the last shoe to drop, FTC Chairman Brandon Carr said on Fox News today. Carr also praised Donald Trump for creating a massive shift in the media ecosystem. So right there, man, that goes to show, these people are tied to Donald Trump. Jimmy Kimmel had made some comments about Donald Trump and MAGA on his show that got his show cut indefinitely. And a lot of people were standing up for Jimmy Kimmel because, a lot of people is against cancel culture. That's just a quick rundown with that, which brings in Stephen A. Smith, because Stephen A. Smith talked about Jimmy Kimmel's show being cut. And Stephen A. Smith is Disney's lapdog. We can't hide that. So the comments that he made on this podcast talking about Jimmy Kimmel got him in a lot of heat. And I would like to highlight what he said on this podcast. And then I want to show you guys some of the comments underneath that post that went viral. And then I also have Stephen A. Smith response to the backlash as well. So stick around, guys, after I show you guys this first clip of what Stephen A. Smith said that got him in hot water, guys. So if you can, be sure to hit that like button. It really does help support my YouTube channel, and I really do appreciate that.
My only issue with Jimmy Kimmel and this whole brouhaha he finds himself inflamed with. It's not that, oh my God, you can't say a joke. I am incredibly alarmed by what appears to be our First Amendment right to being attacked. This is what I do for a living. I don't like that. But he's coming. And part of the reason why is to get back at everybody who tried to take him down. They didn't try to keep him out of the White House and that was it. They tried to throw him in prison. The man is coming. And you have to adjust accordingly. Nexstar has to adjust. All these broadcast corporations have to adjust. Madison Avenue has to adjust. Wall Street has to adjust. Corporate America has to adjust. China's had to adjust. Mexico has had to adjust. France, England, Germany, everybody has to make an adjustment. It's the real world. I don't like it. I'm alarmed by it. I'm scared of it. But I have to march forward, as do all of you. That's what I was saying about Jimmy Kimmel. That's what I'd say about Stephen Colbert or anybody else. Part of winning the game is knowing the game you're playing and adjusting accordingly to ensure that when all is said and done, you come out on top.
So that's the clip Stephen A. Smith put out. And as you guys can see, look at all these comments. I won't read all of them out. I'll just highlight them. But as you can see, man, people was calling out Stephen A. Smith. And there's a lot of comments on here
Toby be good nigga for massa. Good nigga. Don't send Toby away. Toby be good field hand, boss. Good.
The comments went crazy on this post. People just really saying yo, look at you. And they put up this image right here, this edited white version of Stephen A. Smith. And yeah, man, that's pretty much how people felt about what Stephen A. Smith said in that clip about Jimmy Kimmel and his show. So Stephen A. Smith addressed the backlash that he had received. And because, a lot of people was calling him out. I see Keith Overman had called him out as well. As you can see in this article, I won't read it, but that's the headline right there. And, he used to formerly work at ESPN as well. So Stephen A. Smith addressed the backlash he received on his podcast. Let's check out that clip right here.
I'm going to start off today's show talking about Jimmy Kimmel, my colleague at ABC under the Walt Disney umbrella. And because there's a lot of stuff that is being said about what I've had to say about the situation since his show was preempted, essentially taken off the air yesterday. And as a result, there are people that are, taking my comments and running away with it and not understanding the totality and the ramifications of what I've had to say. I'm pretty annoyed, but it's okay. It's no big deal because I know how people can be. I know how desperate folks are for clicks and all of this other stuff. And I don't have any problem with anybody having any issue with the things that I have to say as long as it's contextualized properly and you accurately portray what I have said. I'm asking all of y'all a question out there because in the world of sports, we need to understand something. Yes, you can be constructively critical. Yes, you can call stuff out. Yes, if something's awry, you can say so. You can do all of those things. But do you think that when you are Fox, ESPN, NBC, CBS, or whomever, that you can mock the commissioner and get away with it? Can you do that? I'm here to tell you can't. Can you mock the product? Can you do things that could detrimentally affect the bottom line of those products? No, you cannot. Not if you want to keep living a prosperous life with the career that we have. No, you cannot do that. See, we want to sit up there and act like everything is all copacetic and it's equal. And you know what? You can get away with doing whatever you want to do, when you want to do it, how you want to do it, or whatever, when you got your hand out for somebody else's money. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Stephen Colbert was taken off the air. What were the words of the president at that time? Jimmy Kimmel, you're next. But what are you capable of doing to stop it? Ladies and gentlemen, I do television and radio for a living. It's broadcasting. I have to talk for a living. You don't think that I see what's transpiring in our country right now? And how relieved I am to have a sports show? Because it seems like it's the only haven left. You don't think I noticed how arguably First Amendment rights are being trampled on? You don't think I see that? Folks ain't playing around. You got a president of the United States. Yes, it was Nexstar that pulled the show. And then a bunch of small markets throughout the United States of America and some big markets as well. Why would you do something like that? Because advertisers and sponsors may not want to be associated with such a thing. And if they don't want to be associated with such a thing now, and reports are showing that since 2018, 2019, 2020, that late night television has had their revenue sliced in half, then that means you have to be even more careful. You're going to be, dare I say, cooperative about the force that they place upon you to make these decisions because they're the ones padding your coffers. We want to sit up there and say, all right, money shouldn't matter and money shouldn't mean so much, but we all want some of it. How'd that work? We all know why, though. Because this president seems to be on a mission. And for those that are going to say he has nothing to do with this, of course he does. Because guess what? When you can influence the FCC, when you're the one who installed the commissioner, when you can do stuff like you can influence the DOJ or the FBI.
Okay, guys, so that's everything in today's video. I would like for you guys to get in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your thoughts about today's video. So don't forget to hit that like button if you made this far in the video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. Catch you guys on the next one, and we out, guys. Peace.